from Local 3 Sports. This is Friday Night Football with Ben Bobick, Samantha Casano, and Greg Glover.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City. Nobody does food like Food City. And Sonic. Sonic.
And now, Friday Night Football.
We are cruising, fam. Week 4 of Friday Night Football already, and that's a different feel to it tonight because now we're playing September football. Region play creeping on in, those long-term goals starting to take shape. Let's not waste any more time. We kick things off tonight with our game of the week.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, sponsored by Warren & Griffin, your local 5-star law firm, supporting high school football for decades. We don't just put up billboards, we put down roots.
We have to admit there may not have been more talk for a game of the week than this week. A Bradley County battle that just felt like it had some extra juice this season. Walker Valley coming into the city to take on Cleveland, two teams playing great football early, and Samantha Casano had a front row seat to it all tonight. Packed house, the light show, you name it, but we want to know about the game. How did it all shake out, Samantha?
Hey, Ben, yeah, we talked about the hype surrounding this matchup before the game, and man, oh man, did it live up to that billing, especially in that first half. What looked like was going to be a Cleveland blowout early turned into one heck of a ball game thanks to the fight put up by the Mustangs in the second quarter. Cleveland hosting Walker Valley in this non-region rivalry matchup. We get to see the Blue Raiders' explosive offense from the moment this game starts. Nathan Shropshire takes the opening kickoff nearly all the way, breaking tackles left and right before he's finally taken down by the Mustangs defense. After a few penalties, Cleveland finally cashes in. Chase Stevens hands the ball off to Isaiah Davis, who runs it in. The Blue Raiders up 7-0, just like that. And they're not done. Kason McGowan under center now. He airs a long pass out to Braden Carroll, who makes the grab, gets all the way down to the 1. The Blue Raiders score another 2 touchdowns to go up 22-0. It's 22-7 in the second quarter. Stevens' pass to Reggie Hubbard is fumbled. Aiden Burns scoops it up and takes it the other way. All of a sudden, things are getting real interesting. Walker Valley trails 22-13. And the Stangs use that momentum to roll on. Another interception sets up Walker Valley's offense. Dawson Stum hands it off to Spencer McCooch, who scooches into the end zone. Walker Valley down 22-20 at the half. They take a quick lead in the third, but the Cleveland offense wakes on up. McGowan with time sends a beautiful pass to Jayan Smith, who hauls it in for the score. The Blue Raiders go back in front 30-23. Cleveland scores 29 unanswered in the second half for a statement 51-23 win over the Mustangs.
Man, at halftime, I just told my guys when the game ain't over till it hits 0. That's all it is. We came out with intensity. We came out with the same intensity we came out with the first quarter outside the game, and that's just what we did.
Last year's team wouldn't have done this. So we've come a long way. Resiliency is one of our core values that we talk about a lot.
After the game, Chandler Tygard told his players, this place is special. It's going to be a special season. If tonight was any indication, it sure will be for the Blue Raiders. They're now 3-0, halfway to their win total of last season. For now, live at Benny Monroe Stadium in Cleveland, Samantha Casano, Local 3 Sports.
Listen, we try to make every Friday night a big deal, but for the Grace Baptist Golden Eagles, it was more than you know. After the Easter Sunday tornadoes in 2020 ravaged their facilities, they didn't even know if they'd have a school, let alone a football team. But their community epitomizes perseverance. They played 8-man football for a bit, but got back to 11-man full-time this year. And tonight, hosted their first home game since 2019. Just the perfect theme, too. The construction zone to the destruction zone, baby. Look how pumped up these kids are to play football at home. We love this stuff. Innovation Academy in town for the game, and the Golden Eagles waste no time giving the home crowd something to cheer about. QB on the move, and Kanan Morgan says, I'll take that, thank you very much. Grace Baptist in business, too, and they're going to bring it around town. Robert Ferguson would not be denied the end zone. This describes the fight of this community. Never giving up. Touchdown, Golden Eagles, as they lead early. We used to have a segment called You Got Nailed. This is perfect for it. Andrew Huggins. No hugs. All hits. Slow it down. Lays the boom on a Sentinel running back. And the good times roll as Walter Bianco running downhill for the Golden Eagles. And he finds pay dirt after nearly 5 years. Welcome home, Grace Baptist. They're now 3-0 as they take care of Innovation Academy 41-6. Now to Hickson we go. Wildcats hosting Ottawa in non-region play. Luke Finch on the pass for Hickson. And Luke Finch throws a dart to Ron Suttles in the back of the end zone. That thing was on a rope. Wildcats extend their lead. Later on, it's Finch again. Look at this kid spin it. Just a gorgeous ball over the middle to Ryan Burney, and Burney turns on the Burneys for the Wildcats score. Luke Finch, after 2 close losses, he's finding his footing, and so does Hickson. Hickson to the ground now, and they're not bringing A.D. Stewart down. Power into the end zone. Hickson gets their first win of the season. They roll over Ottawa 43-12 at home. Now, we just saw Ottawa play, but their field was occupied tonight by Tyner and McMinn County, utilizing that new turf-off exit 11. And we love when things get going from the start. And we mean quite literally the start. Opening kickoff, Cherokee's receiving. Dakota Thompson has the rock, and Dakota Thompson has no intentions on stopping. Following his block so perfectly, he weaves around, and once he finds daylight, he finds the end zone. From the jump, Keys on top on the return TD. Tyner running hard tonight as they try to respond. Look at Darion McNeely. Deuce almost gets on the loose. Here's one where you never give up on the play. Luke Lawson and Marshall Goodner didn't catch it initially, just tips it to himself. What a game this would end up being. The Rams get a monster win, 22-14 over McMinn County in overtime tonight. Let's kick it to the scoreboard for the first time. Baylor winners over Coconut Creek. Bledsoe County over Sale Creek. Maryville shuts out Bradley Central in region play. Boyd Buchanan, big winners on the road by 20. CCS in a close game go down by 4 at home. East Hamilton beats Franklin County on the road. Chattanooga Prep rolling. They shut out Brainerd. Howard, big winners. How about them hustling Tigers? They shut out Republic. McMinn Central over Polk County. Meigs County winners over Kingston in their home opener. Notre Dame gets their first win of the season and in region play at home over Lakeway Christian. Ray County keeping the good times rolling as they beat Knox Central.
Here's your pick for the Friday Night Football Play of the Week, brought to you by Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We keep players in the game.
Our play of the week is a beauty, everything about it. We call this a prom night dime by Chase Stevens. You know, the more we watch, it's more like a prom queen dime. Just tremendous all around. The catch from Carroll is superb because it's fantastic defense from the McMinn County defender. It's just a better catch, and we're going to talk about that fantastic defense here with the Bebo Strader because get a load of this. I mean, look where his arm is. It's in his face. It's in his catch path. Somehow he has the ball pinned to the McMinn County defender's arm, and he comes up with that catch along the sidelines to set up a Cleveland touchdown. It's, nothing to fret about if you're McMinn County. It's perfect defense. It's great stuff. Also, shout out David Carnes. He told me this. Baritone sax. Perfectly ready to go. Reed's wet. Spit a tune. They're ready to go. Cleveland's rolling. They're 3-0. And we have much more Friday Night Football coming your way after the break.
Cheer on with the Friday Night Football Cheerleaders of the Week, sponsored by FMO Furniture, Chattanooga's newest family-owned furniture store.
L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go, let's go! L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go! L-E-T-S-G-O, let's go!
Welcome back. The South Pittsburgh Pirates completed their stairway to 7 last fall, but in week 1, 2 weeks ago, they seemingly fell off the staircase. A 20-point loss. That doesn't happen often, but when it comes to region play, the Pirates hold all the treasure. And tonight was region play with Copper Basin in town. It also served as a friendly reminder of who they are. Bean Stadium on a Friday, one of my happy places, like the end zone for Jermichael Buckner. Fire those cannons. Never gets old. Gets louder every year, though. New QB for the Pirates in Dayon Cooper, just a sophomore. And Cooper has some elusiveness to him. Check out the kid bust a few moves on his way to pay dirt. South Pittsburgh just having fun now. And Cooper could run, sure, but peep the eyes. They're always downfield. He moves right. What a throw on the run. Right on the money to Jay Stone. This Pirates team's humming now after that week 1 wake-up call. 99 problems and Copper Basin ain't one. That's the truth. And what's one more? Kaishan Powell. Another sophomore. Yeah, he gone. I see a trend here. South Pitt is young. And they're still good. Raise the Jolly Roger. The Pirates are 1-0 in region play with a 48-0 win over Copper Basin. East Ridge looking pretty tonight. A little bit of a cotton candy sky as the Pioneers play host to Red Bank, a region opener for both. A low-scoring game in the first because of stuff like this. Eugene Robinson all up in the QB's grill. Reminds me of another number 12 who used to play for Red Bank recently. Lions on offense now, less than a minute in the half. Third and long, Logan McGinnis with a defender in his face finds the open man and Keon Harris, and he's down inside the 10, so it's 4th down, about 10 seconds to go in the half. Red Bank doesn't want 3, they want 6. They get it. Oh, reliable. McGinnis to K. Lovelace, who just straight up beats his man on a slant. The game's first touchdown goes to Red Bank, as does the win. Lions bounce back and start off a region play 1-0 with a 36-0 victory. We have a battle of Yellow Jackets in the Valley. Grundy County coming close to the big city as they take on Lookout Valley in non-region action. Grundy County would sting first. Vincent Bryant around the left side. He finds daylight, then finds the place of dwelling to put Grundy County ahead. More where that came from. It's Bryant again, and Vinny B was running wild all over Lookout Valley tonight. Another tutter from 2-1, and Grundy County is rolling. But special teams can change momentum and flip a field. Kenzarion Denton may not be stopped. He eventually would be, but a horse collar penalty would tack on more yards. Grundy County proved to be too much tonight for Lookout Valley, though. Those Yellow Jackets, Grundy County that is, beat the other ones 54-0. Back to the scoreboard we go. Squatchy County winners over Watertown on the road. Signal Mountain 3-0 and now 1-0 in region play. Silverdale, big win for the Seahawks at home in region action. Loudon ends the undefeated run of Saudi Daisy. The Trojans hung tough, though. Whitwell winners, they stay unbeaten. Cartersville over Calhoun in non-region action in North Georgia now. Chattooga staying undefeated. They beat Mount Zion. Rabun County over Dalton. Gordon Lee, big winners tonight over Heritage at home by 3. Union County beats Murray County. Ridgeland goes down to Coosa, and a tough one for the Ringgold Tigers. They lose by 3 in OT to Rockbar.
It's time to catch all the fun on the Friday Night Football Fan Cam.
With all due respect to everyone out there proud of their school, there just wasn't going to be a better environment than Benny Monroe Stadium tonight. And we have the proof. Shout out to photojournalist Marcus Hearn for this week's Fan Cam.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Band of the Week with Greg Glover, sponsored by Armor Exteriors, your locally owned, not locally franchised exterior remodeling experts.
If you've ever been to Tom Weathers Field in Red Bank, you know the home team bears the brunt of the setting sun for the first half of the season. That goes double for the band, but they're looking good tonight. The ESPN theme coming up for you. Red Bank Blue Lion Marching Band, your Band of the Week.
Love the classics, baby. It's week 4 in Georgia, and you could argue it's almost past time for region play to begin. And so we take things down to Chatsworth, where North Murray welcomed LFO. Two teams that were region opponents when the Nears were in AAA a few years ago. But with both now in double, they're back playing meaningful football. LFO moving it to give us to Tamoris Johnson, and Johnson's head gets spun around here. He runs right through the face mask. Anyways, football guy, that Tamoris Johnson. And the Warriors finish it off. Dragon Tay Lewis does the honors, and how about LFO on the road making this a ball game? And a ball game it was. We know North Murray quarterback Hudson Hewlett isn't afraid to run the rock, and Hewlett refuses to go down, bodies the defender, and he's still going all the way down inside the 10 of LFO, and Hewlett says, let me get this one, fam. He scores, and North Murray is able to close things out in the second half for a 21-7 region win at home. Back here in Tennessee, Marion County visiting Chattanooga Central, a battle Prince is shining down on with all the purple. Tilton Pickett going deep for the Warriors, and Luke Tipton is so wide open, he's like, please don't drop it. Out of frame, and into the end zone. Marion County strikes with a big play. Now it's the other side of the Pickett fence. Sam Pickett running hard. He's in there somewhere, and he crosses it, playing for 6. Now get a load of this. Look at Tilton Pickett throwing across his body. Outside the numbers to Zayden Humphrey. This isn't a bucket, and Humphrey's not stopping. This is such a good play, I could watch it on loop. And Marion County is such a good team. We could watch them every week. Warriors are 3-0 with a 35-0 win over Central on the road. Last time for the scoreboard, peeps. Armurchi over Southeast Woodfield trying big winners over Model by 10. North Jackson over there in Alabama, big winners on the road over Madison County. Sand Rock in the Battle of the Sandiest, they shut out North Sand Mountain. Bizcott follows up that big one over Fife with a win. Scottsboro beats Boaz. And the final scoreboard of the night, that is a football score, I promise you. 7-2 Andrews over Hayesville. Murphy, big winners in Oak Ridge and McCallie tomorrow at Spear Stadium. September football. It just feels right. Still so much hope and plenty of ball left. But at this point, you better have found your identity, because if not, this game and those that have will leave you behind. We wouldn't do that to you, though. This show is just way too much fun. We appreciate you popping on the tube and hanging out for a bit to enjoy another Saturday of college football tomorrow. And hey, the NFL on Sunday too, right? Have a lovely, lovely weekend, everybody.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City and Sonic Drive-Ins. We thank our local Food City for subs to feed our Friday Night Football crew. Get your sandwich party planner at your local Food City deli.